Product universe here. The Democrat vice presidential nominee has come under fire for saying he served in war when he never served in a war. Watch JD Vance expose him when the media asks him a question regarding Tim Walz.
Sir.
CBS Detroit. Last night, Governor Walz suggested that because of your Ivy League education and your Silicon backing your political career, that you yourself are part of the elite. What are your first impressions of them trying to frame you this way to the American public?
Well, look, I came from a family where nobody in my family had ever gone to law school. I grew up in a poor family. The fact that Tim Walz wants to turn it into a bad thing, that I actually worked myself through college, through law school, and made something myself, to me, that's the American dream. And if Tim Walz wants to insult it, I think that's frankly pretty bizarre. Now, look, what really bothers me about Tim Walz, it's not even the positions that he's taken, though certainly he has been a far left radical. You know what really bothers me about Tim Walz as a Marine who served his country in uniform? When the United States Marine Corps, when the United States of America asked me to go to Iraq to serve my country, I did it. I did what they asked me to do it, and I did it honorably, and I'm very proud of that service. When Tim Walz was asked by his country to go to Iraq, you know what he did? He dropped out of the Army and allowed his unit to go without him, a fact that he's been criticized for aggressively by a lot of the people that he served with. I think it's shameful to prepare your unit to go to Iraq, to make a promise that you're going to follow through, and then to drop out right before you actually have to go. I also think it's dishonest. Something, again, if you guys ever get an opportunity to ask Tim Walz or Kamala Harris some questions, he made this interesting comment that the Kamala Harris campaign put out there, and I bet they're regretting they put it out there now, because he said that and he was making a point about gun control, he said we shouldn't allow weapons that I used in war to be on America's streets. Well, I wonder, Tim Walz, when were you ever in war? What was this weapon that you carried into war, given that you abandoned your unit right before they went to Iraq, and he has not spent a day in a combat zone? What bothers me about Tim Walz is the stolen valor garbage. Do not pretend to be something that you're not. And if he wants to criticize me for getting an Ivy League education, I'm proud of the fact that my mamaw supported me, that I was able to make something of myself. I'd be ashamed if I was him and I lied about my military service like he did.
JD Vance blasted Tim Walz for his dishonesty, as JD Vance's problem with Tim Walz is not because of his radical policies and attacks against him, but because of his dishonesty around his military service, which he has used for political gain, as JD Vance does not believe that is ethical, as he believes it is a slap in the face to all the veterans who went to war and did their duty, as Tim Walz was supposed to go to war, as he was preparing his men to go to war, but he left them when it was confirmed that his unit was going to be deployed in Iraq. As he said, JD Vance believes this is shameful, and many Americans who served around this great country of ours believe that this is also shameful. As JD Vance said, that if he was Tim Walz, he would be ashamed of himself. As for the attacks from Tim Walz against JD Vance for going to an Ivy League school, JD is proud of how he had to work to support himself through college, and he is very thankful for his mamaw support, which got him to where he is today. JD Vance also wants the media to continue to dig and question Walz about his service to get to the bottom of this issue, because the American people deserve to know if Walz's previous remarks were mistakes or if they were meant to be said dishonestly for political gain. This deserves to be shared, because every single one of America's veterans needs to see this. But that's just my 2 cents, and you're entitled to your 2 cents. If you want, share your opinion in the comments below, as all viewpoints are welcome. If you enjoyed this informational and educational video, then give the video a like and turn on my channel notifications so that you will be notified the next time I release a new video. Thanks for watching. God bless you, and God bless America.